Hello, this is Jason P. Wilson 01 X-Force, and this is my Marvel and DC and Independent comic polls for the week of June 1st, 2011, and today is the 3rd. And I'll go ahead and start off with Uncanny X-Force, number 11. This is the first chapter in the Dark Angel saga. The last issue was kind of like a prelude to this. And I've been looking forward to this. I saw some preview splash page artwork, and it looked pretty exciting. Obviously, X-Force has been fantastic since its launch, and it looks like they're going to continue the high-quality, good storytelling mixed in with really good art. So I'm looking forward to reading this. Next up is another comic I've really been enjoying lately. Now, I'd mentioned before I'm making some switches on comics and stuff, trying some new stuff, ending some stuff that has been just okay. X-23 has been one of those comics I've been very pleased with, and I've been enjoying it. It's been really solid. This is number 11, and this continues the story arc with Jubilee. Now, Jubilee's a vampire now, so it's kind of like the aftermath in a way of the whole Curse of the Mutants, because she turned to a vampire during that series, and now you get to see what she's been doing. And I don't believe she's really been in any other comic. A little bit of Uncanny X-Men, but she actually is going to have a big part here in this story arc. So she was in the last one, and I looked through this comic, and I really like this artist. I have not seen this artist before, but this artist is very different, very colorful, and an art style that I haven't seen, and I really like it. So looking forward to this. Next up is a comic that I had before and then I stopped, and I'm picking it up again on this issue. This is Hulk, Planet Red Hulk Part 1. This is 34. Now, I had the series from issue 1 all the way to 24, which was the end of the World War Hulks issue. And I really liked it. It was all Red Hulk, you know, with other characters jumping in there. But it was a Red Hulk, and I do like Red Hulk. But at the time, I was reading both Hulk and Incredible Hulks, and I liked Incredible Hulks the most. So at this point, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it. So I did, and I haven't read the series since issue 24. This is issue 34, so I've missed about 8-9 comics, and I kind of know what's been going on. So I thought this would be a great time to jump back on, because I am very interested in this story arc, Planet Red Hulk. The other reason is I have one of my favorite comics is Incredible Hulk, and I have that from the first of a story arc called Tempest, which is issue number 77, and I have it all the way to current, and that's including all the Incredible Hercules and everything. So it's by far my biggest collection is my Incredible Hulk comics. So with the current story arc that's just about to begin, it's going to be the last story arc of Incredible Hulks, and then they're going to end the series with the creative team on there has, especially the main writer, has been on there since the beginning. So I think it was 2006 he jumped on from the beginning of the relaunch, like when it went to 600. And he's been great, and Incredible Hulks has been one of the best comics that I've had. So I'm pretty, disappointed in that they're ending the Incredible Hulks. It's one of the longest running comics. I think it's just from 1968. I think it's been consistent. So it's a pretty big deal that they're ending Incredible Hulks. Now they are keeping Hulk. Now what I'm kind of confused is, I don't know what Hulk's going to be then. Like, I thought maybe they're relaunching some titles in Marvel, not to the severity of DC, but they are like Captain America's getting number 1 issue. I thought maybe they might relaunch Incredible Hulk in the future at some point. That's why they're ending the series. I'm not sure, but what it looks like is that the Hulk series now will be the only Hulk comic. For a while they had Incredible Hulks, which was the main one. Then they had this one, Hulk, which was a spinoff. And then they had She-Hulks, which was also a spinoff. She-Hulk's was really good, but it only lasted 4 issues before they canceled it. And now they're canceling the main series, Incredible Hulk, which is awful because it's one of the best comics out there. And it seems like they're keeping this one. So I'm assuming that what I've heard anyway is that Hulk is going to be kind of a every Hulk comic. Maybe it'll be Red Hulk sometimes and Incredible Hulk other times. And of course the whole Fear Itself thing, maybe something's going to happen with the Incredible Hulk that's going to have him be gone for a while, which is very interesting because he's been gone a few times. Right after Planet Hulk, he came, and then there's World War Hulk, and after World War Hulk, he disappeared for a while. Hercules took over, and then Incredible Hulk came back, and then of course the whole story arc with World War Hulks and the whole Red Hulk, and they kind of expanded the family, and it's been fantastic since then. So I thought, okay, this is a good time for me to jump on here. It seems, for now anyway, this title is $2.99, so that's good. And I really enjoyed Planet Hulk, so I think Planet Red Hulk might be pretty cool too. The artwork is very good, and the storytelling in this issue is solid. So that's why I'm picking this up, and it's on my save right now. Okay, next up is another series that's new, and that is, there's a lot of new pickups for me. Even though I've been canceling a lot, I've been picking up some new. Now, Munchinoni and some others, but mostly him, have been reading this for a while, and you know, he's been really praising the Thunderbolts. And his last review, he had mentioned that, look, you know, if you're not reading Thunderbolts, you need to. So I'm listening to him, and I went ahead and picked up Thunderbolts number 158. Now, I have not read Thunderbolts before, though I do know about them. So I have not looked at this yet. Now, I'm not reading Fear Itself, but I will be picking it up in trade, and you know, I have a few crossovers in other comics that I read. But I wasn't positive if I need to be reading some issues before this. So, Munchinoni, if you're listening to this, maybe you can let me know. Is this a great, you know, part to jump onto, or should I be picking up some issues before this? So I am looking forward to this. I've heard nothing but great things, so I might hold off to read that until I find out if that's a good jumping on point or not. Next up is a independent comic that I've been collecting since issue 1. It doesn't come out every month, probably every other month. And it's from a small comic studio called GG Studio Design. And this is called One, and it's a fantasy epic. And I think it's going to 5 or 6 limited run. But it's very independent looking. The artwork is good, but in an independent way. You know, it's very much creator written and designed, and I believe there's only like 1 or 2 people on this team, so it has that kind of feel to it. And if you like that, which I kind of do sometimes, it's actually quite a good comic. I would recommend it, maybe when it comes out on trade. It is. I don't have any fantasy books right now, and I enjoy fantasy comics, so that's why I ended up picking this up when it first came out. I also have, you know, my comic book, the owner of a comic store, he threw this in because I have issue 1 already, but mine was an alternate cover. This I believe was the regular cover, so I went ahead and picked it up because I thought it was pretty cool. I had 2 separate covers of the first issue. So yeah, I do like it, and I don't think I've posted this before because it's been a while since the last issue came out. The next 2 are Image comics. They're actually new launches. This one is called Shinku, and it is issue number 1. I read this one already, and I will say this, it's very good. It is basically, there was this war in feudal Japan between major clans, and 2 of the highest, most powerful clans, they fought, and one of them was this woman's Kerr clan, and the other was a clan that was a vampire clan, and her clan was defeated, and ever since then, this is hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago actually, but ever since then, her clan has been hunted down and killed, and all the generations, and she's the last one. So she has taken upon herself to wage war on the vampires. Now I know that sounds cliche, but there's not a lot of comics that are doing this right now, and they're definitely not doing it this well. This is definitely for mature readers only. This is no holds barred. You know, it's very much controlled by this team. This is Mars Baby, and I guess he's had this on the back of this issue. He has a little 2-page little background on this story that he's been thinking about for a long time, even before the whole vampire craze happened. This is a story that he's been wanting to do, so you can tell by the quality. And if you're interested in vampires, or you're interested in, you know, samurai, ancient Japan type story arcs, this is definitely one you should pick up. This is issue 1. I picked it up just on a whim, and I was lucky because it's one I'm keeping for future issues. It's in my saver. The other one I picked up, this was actually the main one I went for. Where the last one, Shinku, is an ongoing series. This is a limited run, and this is called 50 Girls 50. And I went looking for this, and it is basically a great, crazy sci-fi story. And I won't, you know, I'll do a review on probably these last 2 images for sure, because I really like to promote these independent comics. They definitely are comics that are usually missed because, you know, like I do it myself. I get a lot of Marvel and I get a lot of DC, and a lot of times I forget about Image and other independent comics that are really important for us to get to not only support these great creative teams, but to kind of, you know, mix it up and try some other flavors. And so I purposely went out to do that this week, and those 2 were the ones I went looking for. This was the first one that I put on my list to get, and I'm glad because I heard it was going to be good, so I went ahead and I picked it up, and it is everything that I wanted. Just think of the kind of things I like about FF right now. It's very sci-fi oriented, you know, storytelling. That's what this is. It's classic science fiction, but it's done right. And I'll leave it at that. But I definitely recommend picking both 50 Girls 50 and Shinku. Both these titles are brand new. They just came out. These are both issues number 1. When I say just came out, they just came out Wednesday. Now, most comic book stores probably do a limited, you know, since they're non-known titles and they're not a DC or a Marvel, which they usually get a ton of when there's a launch. So, for instance, my comic book store only had like 4 of each. I didn't want to pick up more than 1 issue because I kind of wanted other people to pick some up, you know. So definitely go to your comic store and give these 2 comics a try. I don't think you will regret giving these a try. But at the very least, try the first issue to see if it's what you like. I love them, and I put them on my saver. And with that, I would love to hear from you guys. Like I said, I've been talking about doing reviews of comics, but I haven't yet. So I will probably do my first reviews being that of Shinku and 50 Girls 50. And I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know, are you picking up any of these independents? Are there any of these comic changes that's been going on right now with the whole relaunching of DC here in August, and a lot of things are changing here with Fear Itself from Marvel? Are you guys changing your comics? You dropping some, you picking some up, making some room for some new comics? What are you guys doing? I'd love to hear from you. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.